Alright, we gotta have a little fun here, though, first. Hold up. Show you why I love C4. There it goes. Nearly hit those jets up there. I went in the water down there. That was pretty cool.
Yosef, look who's back. Hey, have you met Yosef? No, of course you haven't. This is how important our operation is, eh? They sent me this guy, this old Russian bear. He used to be KGB, so you watch out. Working for us, for me, it means a lot of trust, right? I'll make you rich, mercenary, but I have to trust you. You don't behave, I'll have Yosef kill you. He'd do it too. Yosef's ex-KGB, did I mention that? Right, of course I did. So what that means is, we hear things. We know where people are. People like General Song. You want him? You keep working for me. We'll lead you right to him. Speaking of which, I got the contract for you already. The North Koreans, they love American money. Hey, who doesn't, huh? They love it so much, they print it themselves. Counterfeiting, hey, it's right up my alley. So you're going to steal me their equipment. Should be no problem. Easy job. It'll be a lot easier once you take out the Chinese guys who are after the same thing. Did I mention them? I'm sure I did.
This guy loves to talk. Hey there, everybody. Welcome to part 2 of this 20th anniversary Let's Play. A little detail about the leader rooms. It seems like you can only interact with the objects one time, so like the lamp or the vending machine as I showed in the previous video. But if you wait around, leaders will usually have something interesting or funny to say after they issue you your new contract.
The Russians are providing a copter for you. I hope you remember your flight training.
Nice big job. So much for a low profile.
Kill the Chinese officer. So I think we might do that. But that's kind of like you're always faced with like these different choices. There's the main thing they want you to do, which is steal the car, and then they want you to add insult to injury and also kill an officer. I forgot to mention this in the previous video, but for this Let's Play, I'll be doing every bonus objective for every contract. I think I might kill the officer. Some helicopters have a winch that you can use to pick stuff up. Press up or down to raise or lower the winch. And I do believe they will start shooting at us. There we go.
That's one officer confirmed down.
Alright, but we don't need to kill more than that. One is enough. But yeah, this is always really wonky. The helicopter winch.
There's a number card nearby. Check your radar for the location.
Oh, that's another thing you can do. If you wanted to just fly around, you can usually find some of the targets. But the game does a pretty good job of explaining where to look once you have the intel, So besides all of the face cards, you should be able to find every number card in the deck of 52, even without intel. Enjoy, boys. There you go. Nice and simple.
Contract complete. That should keep Sergei happy. Well done.
What is that noise? Oh, and also, how do I get down? Can I use this door? Oh, I can. Oh, that is not good. What is that? Okay. Whew. I'm glad that fixed it. I was worried for a second. So let's see how that might have affected our relationship statuses. So the Chinese are still neutral. They're not too butthurt about that. They know that we're a mercenary, essentially. So you have to remember that. You have to keep that in mind. But if you do too many contracts that go against them, if you do too many things to piss them off, you can reach a point where they are hostile and you can't do contracts for them until you raise your status with them. We'll see that later. So, how about we go after one of these guys that we have intel on now? So the 3 of clubs, Soo-young Kim. He's a little more than a thug, responsible for recruiting most of the bodyguards and strong-arm men used by Deng Huangbo. Deng Huangbo. Kim has no formal education or military training. Man, so many South Koreans have the name of Kim. It's like Smith. It's like their version, or like Jameson or Brown or something like that. Instead, he relies on his own physical strength and a willingness to kill without hesitation anyone who might interfere with his master's plans. Well, we'll see about that, Soo-young Kim. And I believe Deng Huangbo is the ace of clubs here, I think. A Chinese intelligence officer, according to these documents, they believe he's currently south of Pyongyang across the river. Okay. So you go to the map. South of Pyongyang across the river. I'm guessing they're talking about downtown, or... That's the only thing that would really make sense. We need to get a car, though. So let's show that, I guess. Pretty sure you can blow this up, by the way. Blow up pretty much any building in this game, which is pretty cool for its time. Not a lot of games had that. And we'll drive around as a civilian to blend in. I didn't actually need to order this. I could have hijacked a civilian car. But I just wanted to kind of show how that works.
Okay, I'm on my way.
If you're not careful, and like if I threw that underneath that arch, the helicopter would have a very difficult time. In fact, I might have thrown it too close. Nope. We should be good. It's an intentional design because the game wants you to be at least a little bit strategic. So if you throw that down in a place where there's like anti-air guns and all kinds of stuff, then you're gonna end up wasting a lot of money. So south across the river. So I'm guessing we're gonna have to go across these railway tracks here. Oh my. Oh my god. Yeah, he's over here somewhere, I believe. If not, we'll go after a guy where we know his location for sure. Could be down here. Let's see what's going on. There is like a little side road over here. That's what this red line is on the minimap. I don't actually remember what's... Oh. He could be back here. And that's the cool thing, is you can drive around in your civilian vehicle, and as long as you don't do anything stupid, then you can really scout out a lot of different areas. And then make a plan of attack. You gotta be careful, there are civilians around. Alright, so these will continuously spawn enemies. So let me check something here. I'm pretty sure it's like a one-time use kind of deal.
Roger, target received. Bombs free.
There we go. I think that did it. Yep, we got it. I think that RPG guy just blew everybody up.
Oh, hello.
There we go. Demolition supply drop. It's often worth exploring these hidden areas. You'll find blueprints, national treasures, and other collectibles. And these will give you various rewards, such as money, new shop items, or even cheat codes. Right here, you're going to see a bit of editing magic, as I like to call it. The order of events in the live stream is much different, but here I've done my best to edit things down for the video. Oh, dude, if you're driving really fast, you can catch insane air on these little hills, these jumps. I am going to save scum capturing all these dudes. Speaking of... Oh, he was T-posing for a second. Oh, they actually got some vehicles. I'm gonna have to be careful about that. How do I want to approach this? Oh, and they're gonna be spawning just infinite dudes out of this bunker. I'm wondering if I can... First of all, blow that up without killing him, even though he's close to it. I'm gonna have to shoot it, like, just to the left of it. And hope it's close enough to blow up, but not kill him. It turns out that some tunnel entrances aren't actively being used by the North Koreans, and this is actually one of them. I didn't have to blow it up, but I didn't realize it at the time. Oh, you need like a bunker buster for that. Oh my god, that is so bad if you're getting shot at while you're trying to zoom in. Oh, I killed him though. Maybe we can do this. It's actually smoking, so hold on. Now that he's farther away from it, I'm gonna try to blow it up, hit it again.
Roger, target received. Bombs free.
There it goes. Okay, now we're good. Oh, he got back up in the machine gun again. Alright, he's gonna climb out. That's perfect. Trying to be very careful not to shoot him. There we go. Alright. Hell yeah. That's how it's done. Alright, we gotta have a little fun here though first. Hold up. Show you why I love C4. There it goes. Nearly hit those jets up there. I went in the water down there. That was pretty cool. Alright. Let's call for extraction.
Roger, this is Expo 2. I am in the air. I see your smoke. I'm at the LZ.
Another one down. Soo-young Kim. Don't sue young Kim. I like young Kim. But for being an old game, it does a pretty good job of making the world feel alive. You always have like those interactions with North Korean Jeeps driving around and AN or South Korean Jeeps driving around. getting into little skirmishes and stuff. Some pretty funny stuff can happen sometimes.
We could use some help around here, mercenary.
I have no comment at this time. No, ma'am. General Song's status hasn't changed. Miss Livingston, when I know something, you'll be the first I tell. Now that's not a very ladylike thing to say, is it? Back for more, huh? Takes a lot of cash to go after bad guys solo, I guess. I don't mind giving you work, that's for sure. Song's army's being reinforced by troops coming out of their underground tunnel network. Now we need someone on the ground acting as eyes and ears for our smart bombs. If you can find Song's tunnels, our airstrikes will blast them to Kingdom Come.
Oh, we already got practice with that. Cool. Sounds like a plan there, Colonel.
Those
tunnels aren't gonna deal with themselves. I guess this is probably one of the most difficult games to emulate. I've heard that from several sources. As I was doing various troubleshooting and applying patches and stuff to make sure that the game would function as best as it can 20 years later on a PC. Hey, we used that last time.
I hate dealing with these tunnels. You never know how many troops you're fighting.
No problem. As soon as they pop their heads out, they're gonna get a nasty surprise.
Alright, so since we're going to be fighting a lot of dudes, let's try and bring some buddies with us, some pals. But the game also has a sense of persistence, so these guys don't necessarily respawn right away. If you take them with you somewhere, they could still be there. I think everything gets reset usually after you start a pretty big contract. And this always gives me like the vibe of like Halo, bringing in the Marines.
The North Koreans and Allied forces are fighting near your position.
today the capture of Jin Ho Yong.
Oh, right, and so the officers can see through disguise as well. That's what that little red indicator meant. It's just surprisingly sophisticated for its time.
Here's a tip. Surgical strikes are great for taking out hardened structures like barracks, hangars, or tunnel entrances. To use a surgical strike, you'll need to select it from your support menu. Once selected, you can designate a target using a hacked satellite feed.
Alright, let's do it. Let's stop these guys from spawning.
Roger, target received.
And then we can deal with the,
Bombs free.
we can clean up the rest if we need to. Oh yeah, look at that.
Good job. Use the same technique when you want to destroy other hardened structures.
I thought he was shooting at me for a second. Okay. Let's see if there's anything over here though first. Oh, there's guys back there in the trees. I didn't even see that guy. Okay. There's a supply crate. Don't really need it, but you never know.
Got one.
Yep. Uranium supplier list. Oh, gotta be careful with those guys. Oh man. It's so silly. I love it. We're gonna take the high ground here. Uh-oh. Everybody out.
Attack! It's the mercenary.
There's one.
Alright.
Roger, target received. Bombs free.
There it is. There's one more there though. But who was shooting at me back here? Oh! Those guys will sometimes go a little crazy and try to run you over.
Attack!
Roger, target received. Bombs free.
All Allied checkpoints are secure. Excellent work. Payment incoming.
40,000, 40 Gs. And a new ability, new item, the cluster bomb. And some new intel. Now, once you do like enough contracts for like a certain faction, if they no longer appear, that's because you basically need to go progress other areas of the game. So you don't always have all of the choices available, but for the most part, the game is pretty open. We actually haven't done something with the South Koreans for a little bit, so... In this game, I usually find myself working with the AN and the South Koreans the most. And this guy's gonna recognize us and we'll lose our disguise, but that's fine, it doesn't matter. And you can even, since they're not at war with the AN or anything, you can even get them into the same vehicle. And kind of bring like a ragtag group of allies with you.
박 사령관님은 지금 당신을 보시겠습니다.
Hey, look who's back, Kim. It's everybody's favorite mercenary. The Chinese have taken Pyongyang Airport. Now that pisses me off for a whole mess of reasons, but before I do anything about it, I need someone to go in and extract a member of my staff they're holding for questioning. Guy's got a head full of intel, and the last thing I need is the Chinese sweating it out of him.
Alright. Man, that was straight to the punch. Straight to the point.
A lot of people want a slice of the DPRK's pie.
Yep, and China's one of them. Just like in real life. Man, $100 million for the Ace of Spades. General Song. The head honcho. That reminds me when 3 months ago I was trying really hard to win the Mega Millions. It was at like $1 billion before taxes.
This guy Buford sounds like a real character.
Typical American ex-CIA burnout. Believe me, I have met more than my share.
The agent is being held in one of the hangars at Pyongyang Airport. Bring him back safely.
But as you can see, it takes a good amount of time just to get from kind of one, not even one corner of the map to another. About a minute and a half, 2 minutes, driving full speed. And if you don't really know exactly where you're going, it might take a little bit longer. Some gates only open for vehicles of a specific faction, some don't open for humans. That's interesting. You gotta be an alien. You're trespassing on faction territory, so be careful. They'll attack on sight regardless of your standing with them. So this is where we kind of want to drive around a little bit slowly, a little bit carefully, slow and steady. And just make sure there's no officer in here before we go in. This is a lot different compared to just coming here normally, not on this contract. Some areas of the map are changed based on what contract you're doing. So he's not here, doesn't seem.
The agent isn't here.
If you're in a vehicle like this, you can kind of cheese that a little bit and pick up those little secret stashes that are in here. If you're in a tank, it doesn't work. I think I showed that earlier. I think it's because your character model is still sort of in a certain state that it needs to be able to pick those up when you're in a Jeep or like a car. That would be my best guess. So, a couple facts about this mission. The agent location is random in terms of which hangar you can find him in. and there's a major difference between the North American and European versions of the game.
He's not here either. That only leaves one place he could be.
The North American version of the game has Chinese officers at the gate and also patrolling the airfield, and they will ruin your disguise. But as you see here, in the EU version, this is not the case. And that greatly changes the way that this mission works.
Hey, you, over here.
So I think I have to talk to him.
Thanks for finding me. Let's get out of here.
Okay, bring the agent back to the South Koreans.
And that, I believe, automatically aggroes the enemy, yes. Or in this case, the Chinese.
They saw you. That's not good. Buford doesn't want anyone to know who's liberating the spies.
We want to be really careful not to let them kill the our buddy here. And they've got tanks now. That gate won't open because they know that we are a fraud. There is another way out. I'm trying to find it. I think it's over here. Yep, it's right there. We gotta gun it. Oh no! That works.
You can't let the Chinese follow you back to Kaesong. Lose them.
All right, so we gotta floor it. Oh, maybe not. I think we're disguised again now. And I believe I was supposed to make a left back there, but... And they're gonna shoot at us. Let's see. Oh no, we're fine. We go across the bridge up here and then left. Man, this takes me back. Seeing all these locations again for the first time in a long time. Oh, so they have roadblocks here, I see. I guess they weren't instructed to shoot, though. Normally the Chinese jeeps will follow you, but I got lucky with the disguise timing, probably because I'm playing as Mui, who has some stealth perks. And since no jeeps were following me, those soldiers at the roadblock were none the wiser. Doing a little bit of off-roading action, no big deal. This guy's probably shitting his pants in here. I promise this is not how I normally drive in real life. Jeez, dude. Guess the civilians are more dangerous than actual enemies. There you go, bud.
Perfect. That was a tricky job well handled. Buford should be impressed.
Oh yeah.
용병이다.
Covert supply drop. I believe that's a SMG. I'm pretty sure there's a sniper rifle in the game. I just don't know. Well, since we're here, let me check what this contract is first. This little side mission. These are the Mafia HQ before time expires. Yeah, sure. We'll go work for the mob again a little bit.
동지들 도와줘.
These kinds of contracts are an easy way to make a little bit of cash and familiarize yourself with navigating around the map. We've been pissing off the Chinese a lot, It's kind of what the game wants you to do. We'll go do something for them after this, depending on what this mission is. Kind of throws a wrench
There's
into
a number card
the...
nearby. Check your radar for the location.
Throws a neat little wrench into like the faction relationships. And so now this is a Russian area where you need to be in a Russian disguise to enter. I forgot we're doing this quest. There we go. As long as you complete this, you get the same amount of money, so it doesn't really matter.
Наемник! Наемники здесь, чтобы увидеть Сергея!
Но все хорошо. Это действие уже успешно. Да, да, мы пришлем тебе скоро. Но не очень скоро, ты понимаешь? Тяжело, внутрь, вверх. Что? Йосиф? Да, он здесь. Одну секунду.
Да? Да. Я бы уже так.
Look who it is! My own personal army! Hey, I got a job for you. Hey, I told you we'd help you out, right? Yosef says he knows where Hyung... Damn it!
Hongdo Sanyu.
Right, that guy. We know where he is. He's yours, free of charge. This is how I treat my friends, eh? Also, he's got a nice missile truck. If you bring some of my boys with you, they'll bring it back for me. This would be a favor for me. You understand.
Sergei leaves things out, forgets things. I'll explain.
What did he leave out this time? He does. He always just happens to leave out a pretty important piece of info. The hearts are the scientists. And then I believe the ace of spades are like General Song's lieutenants and high-ranking officers and some bodyguards, if I remember correctly.
The Russians are providing a truck and some soldiers for you.
Say, that truck looks familiar.
At least they patched it up.
Hey, I brought it back in one piece.
I thought I did a pretty good job. Yeah, what are you talking about, Fiona?
Поехали!
But it is a little bit nerve-wracking with these tanks. But we're just gonna drive right by. Smile and wave.
Мочи грузовик!
Dude, don't be so loud. They just heard you speak Russian. Alright. Everybody out.
Хватить! Наемник!
Blast him. Boom.
The Russians will drive the missile truck out if you clear the way for them.
If I clear the way for them. I see, so they really need these tanks gone. So we do have an RPG. But I think what we're going to really want is to get some surgical guided strikes. I prefer them to the artillery strike only because they are laser guided, so you have a much farther distance that you can aim them from. And they're very effective, so... The artillery isn't bad if it's just a building or a structure and you're close to it.
Roger, target received. Bombs free. Roger, target received. Bombs free.
He tried to run, but it was too late. Alright, so now they can get that vehicle out of there. But it's time for me to deal with the main objective. So I gotta be really careful here.
Take him out, we get our bounty.
Try to take out the his little gang here.
Alright, looks like the truck made it. Nice work.
Sometimes it gets a little bit annoying to do a takedown in the middle of a bunch of things that you can pick up, a bunch of different weapons.
Roger, this is Expo 2. I am in the air.
But it worked out fine.
I see your smoke. I'm at the LZ.
If I was playing with cheats enabled and stuff, with like infinite money, I wouldn't bother capturing them. But you get considerably more.
I am taking enemy fire.
Oh, I forgot about that. We have to be careful. Okay, hold on.
I am under heavy enemy fire.
Holy freehold!
Mayday, mayday. Expo 2 is going down.
Gotta deal with this guy. There we go. Let's make sure that didn't kill. Nope, we're still good. Okay.
I am taking enemy fire.
There we go. Mission complete.
Excellent. That's a jack in the bag and a bounty in the bank.
And there's our bonus. So we made back all of the money that we spent on blowing up those tanks, and in addition to that, a bit of profit. Oh my. I don't know if the cars automatically blow up when they flip. Oh, they do.
That can't be good.
Oh! He panicked, dude. His life flashed before his eyes. He just drove right into that fucking tree. At least we have a short walk. Man, that's the second time I've done that on the way here. Got some bad luck around here.
Looking for more money, eh? Mercenary?
Oh yeah. We love money.
你给俄国人太多机会，他们将会像蟑螂一样淹没这个地区。
唔好理嗰啲俄國人，無論如何 ，Agent Buford 而家喺度幫緊啲南韓人。我曾經與佢打過交道，我哋要秘密監視佢。
Greetings. Your good work for us is commendable, so far. The Russian Mafia moved into the port city of Haeju. Holding that port is of paramount importance to us and our long-term goals in the region. We have identified several high-ranking members of their organization. Eliminate them, and the Russian scavengers will be forced to retreat. These Russian rabble filter into all such war zones looking for profit among the dead and dying. More than presenting an obstacle to our progress, I find them very distasteful.
So we gotta take back a port city. So that is interesting. So I guess it's only glitched that first time that you enter. There's something about that instance. That's good to know, though. I'm actually pretty glad about that.
Sounds like the Russian mob's making headaches for a lot of people in the area.
Time for you to give them one of their own.
Oh, there it is. The sniper rifle. Alright, so... It wants to take out... Oh, the port city, right. If it's giving us a sniper rifle, then it probably wants us to use it. If I remember correctly, this game's campaign is probably around... Like, if you're really burning through it, you could probably complete it in about 12 hours. Maybe even less if you really know what you're doing. Like, if it's not your first time playing. I'm more or less taking my time. If you hit these guys full speed on this bridge, there is a way that you can knock them into the water. Which, by the way, this is from the era of video games where water is insta-death, basically. So, including for the player. So, doing the bare minimum of bounties to unlock the ace contracts, as well as killing all of the bounties instead of capturing any of them, will make this game very short. And it's probably a more preferable strategy for speedrunning.
You're almost to Heiju. I've pinpointed the exact locations of each officer. Two of the guys only have small entourages to protect them, but the officer in the East City block is holed up in an area teeming with Mafia thugs. You might want to deal with him last.
The cool thing is, like, while you're on a contract, I could go do that deck of 52 right there. I just want to be able to get to a point where I've got, like, a vantage and I can... Yeah, like, they're gonna see us go in right here. But I think we can sneak up top here. Alright, so...
That's one officer confirmed down.
I don't think they can aggro this far out. I don't think they'll come over here to investigate. I don't think they know where the shot came from. I was on the grassy knoll. So, my name's also going to be struck out from all classified documents. And then they'll say that it's unclassified like 50 years later, but it's actually not. So we gotta be careful here, because the guy in that truck could see us. I think we're gonna have to try to get ourselves a truck and then sneak farther in. So what we can do, this is kind of like where stuff gets pretty cool, is like, since I can't find a vehicle just driving around or sitting around somewhere, I can just order one. Pretty cheap too. And now he's kind of just gotta drive around, nice and easy, nice and careful. Because there could be an officer somewhere. The dialogue just seems so over the top. So if we go out here, we might be able to snipe him without alerting any of the enemies. Because no one else is out here.
That's 2 officers confirmed down. Only 1 more to go. Keep up the good work.
And then they won't see us get into this vehicle, so I should get a disguise. Yep. Perfect. Now we just need to not drive into the ocean. That would be super bad. Alright, so here's the last guy over there. And I don't know if we can go up onto these mountains. We could certainly try. That'd be kind of funny. I don't think that's gonna work though. actually we're driving right into that deck of 52 over there. The view distance is actually not that bad for such an old game. Yeah, those brakes aren't made for that, but it's alright.
Oh, hello.
So here we go. Got ourselves a nice little sniper point. This is what I like to see. Oh my. Oh no. Oh no. No, I ruined it. But it is kind of cool just to sort of look around at the same time. I mean, it's really not a bad looking game. The jets flying overhead. Like, this area of the game is quite pretty, actually. The sun, the sky. Let's see. All right.
That's all 3 officers confirmed down. Good work. Now get out of there. Report
Hell
to the Chinese
yeah.
contact now.
这是自己人呐！
Well done, and thank you for maintaining your cover. The agreed upon bonus will be sent to your superiors.
I don't think I've ever done that mission that way. But that was pretty clean. So we're actually almost max relationship here with all of them. For some reason I remember the faction relationships being a bit more difficult to manage, but I could be misremembering. Or maybe they were for me when I was a kid, because I was dumb. But we're about to just roll up on these guys in a fucking civilian car and teach these guys a lesson. I would love to just carpet bomb it from a distance, but I do want to capture these guys in there. Oh, they have civilians. Oh, I remember this. They've got like reporters and stuff like in there. Or the reporter is filming the civilians. Take out the guards really quick. You kind of like, you can't really move too much without it breaking your... Oh, I think I need to sneak up behind him. I think. I just don't want to, I don't want there to be any civilian casualties. We gotta do this clean. Man, it's such a bummer, like, this game had a, was planning a third game. I think it was called, like, Mercenaries No Limits or something, and, like, it was supposed to be, like, way bigger than the previous 2 games, and there were supposed to be areas, like, all over the world, and Pandemic Studios got shut down, man. Like you said, they're EA, King Midas, but worse. Save them. We saved them. Hongdu Song-oo. And now they're getting this on camera too. They're watching me rescue these people and take care of this scumbag on camera. I think that's a pretty good spot to throw. Landing zone not clear. Okay, maybe not. Oh, this field over here should be way better. There we go.
Roger, this is Expo 2. I am in the air. I see your smoke.
Oh, he is filming me. That's so cool. That is a cool little detail. This game came out in 2005, man. It's just so many little things like that just give this game so much charm, so much character. It really shows like the attention to detail. So that takes care of Yom Park. I don't really know what his deal was. We should probably go read about that.
Something to the Allies.
Oh, I see. You can actually just click on it. This is way easier. Okay, I forgot. So the 4 of clubs was personally selected by the ace Deng Huangbo. Park spent years in former President Kim's government. He used blackmail and graft to ensure that when Song's revolution came, money and power would be ready to stand against any reaction from the international community. So he's in jail. Oh, and now he's seeing me hijack his news truck. Well, I mean, I am a mercenary, all right. What do you expect?
Yom Park, also known as the 4 of Clubs, was finally captured last night after a brave Allied assault. There were no casualties.
I'm not sure if you could hear it. I turned it up during editing, but that was a radio broadcast playing inside of our news truck about the 4 of Clubs, and that was the guy that we just captured. It ain't pretty, but it's, well, I guess it's not honest. Is it honest work? Is mercenary work honest work? I mean, you are just doing everything for the money. It might not be moral work, but I feel like that's kind of transparent, you know? As long as you're not lying and you just kind of live by the creed of, hey, whoever pays me the most money, I'll do the job.
Was finally captured last night after a brave Allied assault. There were no casualties.
So, just a little outro here. I want to thank you for watching this Let's Play. Feel free to subscribe and stay tuned for more live streams of this game and more videos. Take care.
Also known as the 4 of Clubs.